That's all real touch. That's real. Like, it's... I can't say any of that's easy. I can't say any of that stuff you can brush off and get past. But I can say you can put it into you. Worry about you. Realize your own self-worth. Realize that you're not defined by these bullies. Most of these people that end up bullying anyways, it's because of the shit that they have going on at home. They're ones going through maybe something similar to you, but instead of them taking out by internalizing it, they externalize it. They turn and want to pick on you. So maybe their dad's beating them, picking on them, whatnot. So their way to handle that is pick on you. Because if they can bully you, that means they're something. They exist. First, if all they do is deal with their dad bullying them, they don't exist. There's a lot of freaking layers there that it gets really hard to deal with. And yeah, I end up feeling more sorry for people that are bullies a lot of times than bullied, because the bullies are the ones hurting.
Whatever you do, never look back. Y'all wish me luck.
So, and like you say, life sucks. And it is that tricky piece. We can all turn and say that, well, life sucks. At the same time, it doesn't. It's got value, and that's why it's this whole piece of being like, no. There's no quitting. It ain't over. We don't fucking do this shit. Because it does not overstuck. There's shitty moments. But at the same time, if I paint two colors on the wall, one's black, one's white, how the fuck? If I didn't paint the black and you had no knowledge of colors, all you knew is the colors I painted. If I only painted white, how would you know what white was? Without the contrast. You've got to have contrast in your life to realize what's good. So the shitty stuff in your life is what helps amplify to make you realize what's really good. And don't feel bad about yourself for opening up at all. You're saying that the whole piece. No. This is that shit. Like, this is why right now I stopped playing to sit and talk, is because this is the shit that we talked about. This is the shit that where we all need to realize, you know what? That person that we see walking by, they may be having these feelings right now. And me turning and helping them out, me turning and saying, there's something as simple as, the guy dropped a pen or whatnot, and I'm not even gonna bother telling him about it. So it's something completely insignificant. You take that time to turn, you noticed it, take that little bit of an effort to say, hey, you dropped this. You didn't just make the guy's world. You didn't change everything. You know what? You really showed him that he's noticed, exist. And those simple things like that can make such a huge impact if we do them on a regular basis. I'm doing good, Tim. Thanks for asking. Oh. Yeah, thank you, Shifty. I'm assuming you're saying it's not worth it to try and go down that road of suicide. No, not worth it at all. And I hope, Scrimma, you can really feel this right now. All of us coming in, I'm seeing just great shit throughout this chat of everyone rallying together on this. I don't know if you could tell, like, I'm getting fucking teary-eyed talking about this. Great Liverpool, thank you.
Yo, what's the deal? Yo, whatever you do,
Big place, thank you for following.
never look back.
But
Y'all wish me luck.
no, we all have our hard moments. Everything we see, that's like one thing. I am a geek. I am somebody in tech that I wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for the internet. But sometimes I fucking hate it because it puts this shit on you guys more than I ever experienced as a kid. I had internet as a kid growing up, but it wasn't the same way. To where
Y'all wish me luck.
I'm sitting there seeing the almost in a way utopian lives that people are having, because that's all they're putting on. The things, when you're ever seeing social media, people aren't out there always throwing out the bads in their life. A lot of times the people throwing out the best looking lives are the ones that have the shittiest parts going on in their lives, and they're putting in the highlight reel. So that's awful. Or just awful. That's awful. The way that it hurts you. Yeah, no, I'm loving this chat right now. And I would love if all of you would just pop in and join the Discord. I feel like we could make a good spot there too. Like, I'm glad to make a whole nother channel for this kind of talk. To really sit there and support each other. Because, yeah, it's a tough world. Life doesn't suck. It's a really hard time right now with COVID and the way that that's impacted things, because that has been hell on our mental stability in general. Xbox controller tweaks. No, Scrimma, just hang in there, man. I know it's tough. Just hang in there. Yeah. You can save up stream points to redeem tweaks, and then because I get so many requests these days to do it that I'll occasionally do it with subs, but the guaranteed way is saving up your stream points and then redeeming those for the private matches. So yeah, 5,000 you can redeem on those. Oh, I don't know. We can pop back in and play more, but I was trying to think. No. Yeah, no, and then, dude, just didn't look for the positive in it. It's hard to do it, and you'll start really. The more you practice it, the better you get at it, and you can really start to let the shitty moments, the hard things, brush off. Just even like just the oddest thing to me, it always ends up sounding like, I always want to say hippy dippy. Meditation really can help you, and it's more about not the stereotypical hum concept, but purely about just sitting quietly, letting your mind release all thoughts. And the only thing you're doing is, if you can't get past a thought, start focusing on your breathing. So it's just more about just breathe in. And you if you have to say it aloud as you're doing it to get yourself to release those thoughts, just start. All of a sudden you'll feel you're just able to think of void, nothing. And doing that 15 minutes a day is something that, when you're in a really tough spot, can help out a ton. Get your mind to be able to release things easy. Not sitting and taking up all your mental space, that those negative thoughts taking up rent. Thanks, Rope Boy. Yeah. It can be quite the challenge. Oh. You lost a tooth today? Was it a tooth to be lost? Hopefully it was a tooth to be lost. So, yeah, no, nuts. From the sounds of it, Scrimma too, you're in that position where it's a lot of what my wife ends up fighting for this a lot more than I do, that she's quite involves herself a lot, that she's up right now to be basically helping kids out to where they're going through CFS issues, dealing with not having parents because parents being incarcerated or whatnot, so all sorts of things there, and it's quite the challenge. But it's one where it just makes me realize too of like how lucky I was growing up to not have to deal with half that shit that I ended up having to deal with, and makes me really sad for the kids out there that don't have parents that they can honestly say love them. That's just, it's not fair. That's where, for me, I'm on that side of things where I would rather give more money in taxes and whatnot to try and help out those families. Those kids, hey, guys, those kids deserve something. They're all kids. Grandma, you gotta check in with me, man. Join my Discord, please. I don't want this to be the last buy. So, join the Discord if you can. Hop in. I should be live on Friday at least. I might be live again in between. But I'd love for you to stick around, chat with the community, get the support you need, man. Happy to be a part of that and just hang out with you. Thanks, School Gamer. Thanks, man. So, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end up the stream here soon. Take care, Woozy. Brock. I'm just hanging with my family. Just my kids and my wife. Dogs and birds. And that's pretty much my Christmas. I'm gonna be hanging out here. So, not hanging out with any of my extended family at all. That's gonna be a different Christmas, but you know what? We're all good with it. My kids I want them to have more of a Christmas. That's the thing I feel sad about. It's not even about me. It's more of just trying to do what I can without just feeling like I'm spoiling, throwing things at them money-wise. I want them to feel they've got a real Christmas. No, that's not a last goodbye. No, never a last goodbye. No. It's a goodbye for now. That's all you get. It's a goodbye for now. You can push through. You will push through. I'm not taking the possibility of a not for an answer. You will push through. We'll get through this. If you need me to literally get on the phone and start making phone calls for you, get you the help that you need, I will do that. Reach out to me on Discord, whisper me on here, whatever. That's, yeah, no. This is not a last goodbye. I'm not, if you need the support and the help to go through the channels to get you the help and support, I am glad to be that person. So, yeah, there's people that are there to help you. And that goes for everybody on the street. Everybody. These are really tough times. This year has had the highest suicide rate out there among youth. And I think it purely has to do with the way things are going with the schools. That you don't get to have quite the same life as you. Got more stress and more worries than you ever have. It's tough. And we'll get through this. Things will get better. And at some point, we'll be able to be on my side of this, where you're able to turn in, even if you end up having these tough moments, you'll be able to rationalize it, think through it, and feel okay with everything, and be able to go and for others.